I'm back. I'm back live. Guys, how are you doing today, man? I actually had to push the live back a little because I was still watching the games from yesterday. Dedication, right? Didn't get to watch them live, so I woke up early this morning and I said, you know what? I can't talk about these games unless I actually watch the whole matches. Even though I watch both games at the same time, that's the same thing I did for the Liverpool, Leipzig, and the Barcelona PSG. So I had to do that again this morning just so that I could get a gist of what happened in both games. And I think I got the gist. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe has come of age, basically. Some may say they have already come of age, but this season it's becoming a little bit clearer. See what I mean? Because in that Juventus loss away to Porto, Ronaldo was nowhere to be found in that game. You know what I'm saying? At one time, he even ran into Alexandra, and I was like, oh boy, what is going on here? And the last moments of the game, he was there crying for a penalty. You see what I mean? So, look, man. Ah, what a first four games we've witnessed in the Champions League round of 16. First legs. And we will have four more next week. And then the games from this week, we'll be back in 3 weeks' time. I think 3 weeks is a little long, though. I think it should have been at least 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? 3 weeks is kind of far. But we know what's going on with the schedule and everything right about now, man. So, yeah, that's what it is. So, big up to everybody in here right about now. It's your boy Dominic Rich back with another live stream video for your head tops. I've been doing a lot of live streams in 2021 and I want to continue this trend simply because it's more interactive, you know what I mean? I want to keep you guys very close to me. You see what I mean? And another thing too with the videos, it's very time consuming to film and edit, and it's a lot of effort, man. It's a lot of effort. And for someone like me who's been making videos since 2017, I've done a whole lot of videos. Man. It's ridiculous. I was looking back at some of my old videos and I'm like, I've made so many videos that no one even saw. You see what I mean? So that is the whole thing, man. You know what I mean? So just want to get into the live thing more and more and more. Something that I should have done in the past. So, how's everybody doing? Let's get into these games and let's start with the freshest matches first because I've already spoken about the Leipzig, Liverpool, and the Barcelona PSG already. On Tuesday, I went live for almost 2 hours and I spoke about those matches. So, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the Porto Juventus and we're going to touch on the Dortmund Sevilla. Then talk a little bit about the first set of games. And then we will talk about next week's matches. Just for your information, I made predictions. And so far, I've gotten all my predictions. Well, it's two legs. But right now, it's looking like I'm going to get all my predictions wrong here. You see what I mean? And it's like, God damn. And it's something I've always said. If I get my predictions wrong, that means something special happened. So it's a good thing. So I'm not like feeling any sort of way about that. Like, oh man, I should stop making predictions videos because I'm not doing good at all. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So big up to everybody in here. Jersey boy, thank you for letting me know that I made a mistake in the title there. I fixed that already. And let's get into this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull this up right now and we're just gonna talk about the score lines and get into the nitty-gritty a little bit, talk about the lineups a bit, talk about the players and so on and so forth. So if you guys have anything good to talk about, anything good to add, make sure you leave it in the comments or the chat. We'll definitely appreciate that. So let's go. Porto 2, Juventus 1. Well, The first goal, very comical, man. Very comical with Mehdi Taremi, the Iranian international, being helped out there by Rodrigo Bentancur, the man from Uruguay. Back pass to Chesney, and it's like disaster. You know what I mean? I'm like, Juventus versus Porto, Ronaldo back in Portugal, and here you go, gift. Here you go, thank you very much. It's Christmas all over again. Oh, you know what, man? We love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Here you go, thank you. Because that was a horrible back pass, man. No presence of mind, very casual by Rodrigo Bentancur, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we the mighty Juventus, you know, here you go, bam. Like, come on. Too casual, man, too casual. Terrible mistake, and it cost the team dearly. Well, we don't know if they're going to make a comeback in the second leg at home, but still, Porto has the advantage right now. They do have an away goal, but still, Porto has the advantage. So Mehdi Taremi, that was his first goal of the season. He wasn't really involved in the first team setup early on in the season, but lately I see he's been featuring a lot more. And that goal came in the second minute. That was the fastest goal in about 7 years or so in the Champions League. The second goal was scored by Moussa Marega just after the whistle blew to kick off the second half. It's like Juventus fell asleep. It's like they just switched off and they was like, oh, we're not interested. We're not ready. Matter of fact, we're not ready yet. And Porto went down on an attack on the right side. The ball got passed in Manafa to Marega. Bam in the back of the net. The goalkeeper could have done a lot better, but, you know, that's that. Second goal of the season for Moussa Marega in the Champions League. Manafa's first assist. In the 82nd minute, Juventus did claw themselves back into the tie with a goal from Federico Chiesa, and that was set up by Adrian Rabiot, who did get an overhead bicycle kick shot saved by Marcus Sin, who was very, very good on the day. And very, very good finish by Federico Chiesa, the former Fiorentina man. And that was some of the best things Juventus done Juventus didn't have enough attacks going on in the game. They were just flat throughout the whole game. Porto, who did very, very well in the group stages, have not conceded a lot of goals in this season's Champions League, showing that it wasn't any fluke, and they came up against a very good Juventus team, even though they're not doing well in Serie A right about now. They would have to really, really fight hard to win a 10th Serie A title in a row. And they come up short in this game. They just look flat, man. It's like, this is Juventus. You have Ronaldo on the field, and he hardly had anything to do. You see what I mean? So it was just a shocking performance, in my opinion. Chiellini had to go off injured in the 35th minute, and Mary Demiral, the young Turkish international, highly rated defender, came on. You had Weston McKennie going off for Alvaro Morata. Dejan Kulusevski off for Aaron Ramsey, I think he was injured for a while. But Kulusevski, not much involvement in the game as well. Not much to do. It was just an overall poor display by Juventus. And it's just shocking to me that a team with players of this caliber, you know, what was this bad on the day? Seriously, not a lot of clear-cut chances. Not a lot of clear-cut chances. The Rabiot overhead kick and the goal Chiesa scored, 2 out of 5 shots on target were the most threatening. The rest was routine for Marcus Sin. They did get 12 shots at goal and control the bulk of the possession, but they didn't do anything with the possession. As for Porto, they did what they had to do. They were very resolute in defense. They took their chances when they got those chances. Basically, gifted by Juventus. But they did put out a very good display. They managed the game well, and they came out victors. So congrats to Sergio Conceição and his boys there. I did see a young Conceição come on. Is that his son or something? Francisco Conceição. I didn't actually hear what they were saying when he came on. I don't know. Maybe. I don't even know. Okay, yeah, he is his. That's just crazy. So that is crazy, yo. Francisco Conceição is the son of Sergio Conceição, the manager of Porto, and he actually put his son out. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. I would put, if I'm the manager, I would put my son out too. I would put him send him out to play. So that is a golden nugget for you there, man. So well done by Porto. They took their chances. That was actually gifted to them, gift wrapped by Juventus, and they came out with a very, very unlikely victory. I know I didn't predict Porto to win the tie. The tie isn't over, and a lot of people did not predict Porto to win the tie either. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this Porto win over Juventus? I would actually be looking at some comments right about now. So Airsley is saying that it is his son Dom. Yeah, I just looked it up. Definitely his son, Irfan 1806. Thank you very much. And we have Mr. Extra Nurk 1 saying Taremi is so smart, and the Iranian flag. Well, Taremi is a decent striker. We're not gonna get too crazy, you know what I mean? Mehdi Taremi, he does well for Iran when he plays. But look at what Iran has been doing in the Asian qualifiers for the World Cup. They're not doing too well. They would need to bounce back hard. So they would need Mehdi Taremi firing on all cylinders when, the World Cup qualifiers come back around. So, FC Bankrupt Lona, how are you? Hey, people, nice 2 days of Champions League. Definitely. Atletico looking so scary, says Robert Pavkovic. Yeah, let's see what happens next week against Chelsea, though. That's going to be a fun one to see. Seeing that Thomas Tuchel has Chelsea playing some good football right about now. So that's going to be an interesting one, you know what I mean? So big up to everybody in here watching the stream right now. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Nothing too crazy. Just chilling, you know what I mean? Just chilling, talking about the Champions League results, getting into the nitty-gritty of things and all, you know what I mean? So nothing too crazy. So if we're gonna take a look at the lineups right about now for both teams, and we're just gonna see what's going on here, do a little, lineup reaction and all of that. Something fun. Share the screen with you right there. And we're just gonna take a look at both lineups. So for Porto, they played a 4-4-2 formation, and Juventus a 4-4-2 as well. Sometimes on different websites it differs, you know what I mean? I don't know why it does that, but Transfermarkt is saying a 4-4-2. On the Google, it is saying a 4-4-2 as well. So apparently it was a 4-4-2, but you might actually go to the Champions League website and there might be a different formation as well, so let me see. So the Champions League website, I think, that was a 4-4-2 as well. Yeah, it was a 4-4-2 as well. So we're going to get into the nitty-gritty here. We're going to share some fun insights, some fun stats and all, and just look at the lineups right here. So for Porto, the home team, Taremi and Moussa Marega led the front lines. Two very, very, very physical strikers. So the Juventus defenders had their hands full with those guys. The very, very talented Jesus Corona was playing over there on the left-hand side. Very, very, very versatile player. Could play all over the field. And we had Otavio. Very, very, he's been around a while. Talented Brazilian as well. He's been around. I've seen this guy around Porto since he was maybe early 20s. I'm not going to go and say since he's a teenager. He's probably there since, but I'm not guessing. But I've seen him around Porto for a while. Uribe, very talented Colombian player here. But the player that stands out most in this Porto team, though, the player that stands out most is this guy, Sergio Oliveira. Sergio Oliveira has been very good for them this season. I didn't realize he was that old, though. He's about 28. There's another young player at Porto, but he wasn't involved, and I think he might be out injured or something. I can't remember his name, but He wasn't involved. I can't remember the guy's name, but this guy Sergio Oliveira, this might be another gem, like how Bruno Fernandes was at, in the Portuguese league for some time. Oliveira might be another gem that a struggling Premier League team could actually pick up, and he could actually help them out. The fullbacks in Manafa and Sanusi, they look pretty solid, and they had the ever-present Pepe in the team. While watching the games, I didn't really see much of Pepe, though. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't see much. I don't know if it's because I was actually watching two games at the same time, or if it was the fact that Juventus didn't really threaten too much, and Pepe didn't have a whole lot to do. But him and Chancellor Mbemba at the back there provided really, really good cover for Marcus Sin, who has been a very, very brilliant goalkeeper in the Champions League this season. Porto has been very resolute, man. They had went a very, very long time before they conceded a goal. And before that Chiesa goal, it was a goal from Ferran Torres that last breached their defense. So they have been very, very good. Very, very solid. Off the bench, you saw Marco Grujic, who I heard that Liverpool are looking to sell. So they could actually raise some money there to try to bulk up their team. Their team do need a little help in terms of their bench strength. And a sale of Marco Grujic for about maybe about 20 to 25 million euros could definitely help that. Mamadou Luwum, never heard of this player, but that's a defensive mid. So you saw what Porto did. After they got the lead, they brought on the likes of Grujic. I think Grujic came on, let me see. Grujic came on before the goal was scored, but it was just a good breakaway by Juventus. Got in behind Porto's defense and a nice square that found Chiesa over on the far right. Nobody was marking him, and he did the rest. So Conceição tried, and he brought on two defensive midfielder there. He brought his son on. Maybe he should not have brought his son on. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, his son came on in the 90th minute or so. So that's fine. That's fine. And then Luwum came on in the 90th minute too. So those guys came on to just offer fresh legs and, different options for Porto. But, those were the subs. Luis Diaz, the talented Colombian who destroyed Man City's defense in that draw early on in the season, was the other striker, was the other substitute. So they only used 4 of their 5 available substitutes, and you had the likes of Joao Mario, a young talented Portuguese player there. Look out for him. Felipe Anderson, the West Ham loanee, was unused. Ivan Nilsson, look out for this guy. Look out for this guy, Ivan Nilsson. You know what I'm saying? So, Porto, they are selling clubs, so let's look out for all these guys. Romario Barro and all these youngsters. Look out for them going for big money in the future. How's everybody in the chat doing right about now, man? Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the stream. If you appreciate the value that I'm bringing you, the consistency, back with another one. Juventus, man. Juventus. What is going on with Juventus this season? Is it because of Pirlo's inexperience? First big gig, former AC Milan, former Juventus player as well. Won the Champions League with AC Milan, former World Cup winner with Italy. The man is an absolute legend, got that legendary look and everything, but his team isn't putting out legendary performances this season. And at whole, Juventus has not been that good in the Champions League since the 2016-17 season when they made it to the final that year, right? So they haven't been that good. Last season they got knocked out by Olympique Lyon, and that was a shocker. And then the previous season they got knocked out. They got knocked out by Ajax. Was it Ajax, right? It's like, come on, man. Come on, for a team with such high ambitions and everything, you keep get knocked out too early. Way too early for me. So the lineup included Cristiano Ronaldo and Kulusevski in a 4-4-2 formation there. Chiesa and Weston McKennie over on the wide part of the field. Bentancur, the man who made a horrible mistake. And Rabiot, who was one of the brightest players on the day. I must be fair to him. he comes under a lot of criticism too for not his output. His output is not like 100%. Alexandro, Chiellini, Matthias de Ligt, man, was Juventus the right club for Matthias de Ligt? We shall see in about 2 years. And Danilo, the former Premier League winner with Man City at right back. Off the bench, Aaron Ramsey, Merida Morale, and Alvaro Morata. So it seems like Pirlo didn't want to change things up too much because you have 5 subs available to you. So a Federico Bernardeschi, Paulo Dybala could have came on and give you a goal late in the game, but he chose not to. He chose to stick to the players that were on the field, and maybe that was a mistake on Pirlo's behalf. You got to look at that because you have the talent on the field, on the bench, and you didn't use them. Leonardo Bonucci coming back from an injury, he might not have been fit enough to come on instead of Merida Morale. Who knows if he was on, they would not have switched off for that second goal. This is not a great result for Juventus, and I don't think this Porto team is gonna go to Rennes and lay down and take the beating. They're gonna take the game to Juventus and they're gonna give them their best. If they do end up losing the tie, I believe they would give their best in that effort. But Juventus, they have a mountain to climb here because this Porto team has been very, very good in the Champions League this season. So that's my thoughts on the lineup. Szczesny in goal. I think he could have done better on the second try and the second goal. And, not the best day at the office for Szczesny, the former Arsenal man at all. So what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? So we got my boy in here. Don't know your name. You need to Merry Christmas. He's a member. Don't even know your name. But what's up to you? Antoine Eugene. Big up to you, man. Big up to you for coming through. Hello to everybody in here, all the loyal ones. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream. So that's that for the lineup there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna head on over to the other page and let you guys know a bit of insights, some stats, some fun stats of the result of this game. FC Porto secured their first ever competitive victory against Juventus in European competition, having failed to win any of their first 5 encounters with them, drawing 1 and losing 4. So congratulations there to Porto for picking up their first ever win against Juventus. FC Porto picked up just their second victory in their last 10 knockout matches in the UEFA Champions League, having lost 7 of their previous 9 before tonight. So this is a huge win. This is a huge win. Porto are making strides. Juventus have lost 3 of their last 4 Champions League knockout matches, winning 1, as many as in their previous 14 such games combined. So the last 4 Champions League knockout matches, very horrible. They lost 3. As many losses as their previous 14 Champions League knockout matches. So we could tell from that stat what's going on at Juventus right there. It's no secret. Definitely no secret at all, man. So those are some insights from that one. To me, in my opinion, I'm very disappointed with Juventus and their performance. They make me look stupid with my prediction. Or maybe it's just, Porto, or the magic of the Champions League. We all love to see an underdog do well, and Porto surely did well, but they would need to go to Juventus in 3 weeks, and they will need to silence the old lady once and for all. Is it going to happen? Let's see. I don't think so. I think Juventus would come back. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. So, guys, that's my thoughts on the Juventus-Porto match. If you have anything else to add, please let me know. Definitely, please let me know. You know what I mean? So, let me see if there's any other good comments here. But I expected better from Ronaldo, though. See what I mean? And in the Barcelona PSG game. I expected a lot better from Messi, but it seems like that they have to pass the torch on to Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, because these guys are young, and these guys played with way more enthusiasm as expected, and they are motivating each other like Messi and Ronaldo motivates each other, and it was just an amazing display by the two youngsters in the first leg of their respective matches. So Dominic, Juventus only need a 1-0, but remember, 2 seasons. Yeah, I think they could manage that. I think they could manage that, but they would actually need to go and play some proper football, and not the way they played at the Estadio. What is it? It's the Dragao. They need to play a lot better, man. You see what I'm saying? They need to play a lot better there. That is just horrible. It was just a horrible, flat performance, in my opinion, from Juventus, the historically better team. Oh, and another thing, I think this is the only tie in the round of 16 where 2 former champions met each other. So that's another fun stat there for you. Very, very fun stat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on, and we're going to move on to the next one, which is Sevilla, Dortmund. Sevilla 2, Dortmund 3. What a game that was too, you know. That was a good one. That was a good watch. For those of you guys who saw that one, that was actually a good watch too, you know. So let me bring back the screen here, and you guys could take a look at what's going on here. It's actually snowing outside, guys. There's been winter storms all over America. I haven't been really following the news about what's going on, but I've just heard it through the grapevine, you know what I'm saying? That is not very nice in Texas and those places. Well, we do have another snowy day. It's been snowing a lot lately. So in this game, we had Suso scoring in the 7th minute, set up by Fernando, and the shot deflected twice, both off Jude Bellingham and then off Mats Hummels, to give Sevilla the lead. They were the home team here, and the manager Julian Lopetegui over the moon about this one. But 12 minutes later, Mahmoud Dahoud, the former, I think he used to play for Gladbach, if I'm not mistaken. Gladbach he used to play for, right? Let me double check this really quick. That's what I like about this. Yeah. The former Gladbach youth player scored a screamer, a long-distance screamer here. That was his first goal of the tournament, set up by Erling Haaland. Haaland with the freaking assist. So Haaland was involved in all 3 of Dortmund's goals. 8 minutes later, Erling Haaland and Sancho linking up. Really, really nice layoff by Sancho. And Haaland, you know, he just with the hunger, man. With the hunger, got to the ball first to beat Bono in goal, to come from behind to make it 2-1. And then Haaland again on a counter-attack, released by Marco Reus for his first assist of the season. Haaland's 8th goal of the season, and he puts it past Bono to make it 3-1. Really, really good finish. Erling Haaland is just commanding, man. He's just big, he's fast, he's strong, he's tall. There's many things you could say about Erling Haaland. But what you can say about him, you can't say he is not good. You know what I'm saying? You can't say Erling Haaland is overrated. Don't use that O word with Erling Haaland, because Haaland is the real deal, man. Haaland is the real deal. Look, the team who gets Erling Haaland, not lucky, but very fortunate. They would be very, very fortunate to pick up this guy, Erling Haaland, right now. And we had a late goal here to bring Sevilla back in the tie. Oscar Rodriguez with the free kick. He came on and really, really caused some trouble, man. He came on and did the business. Luke de Jong, right-footed shot, his 2nd goal of the tournament. I think Marvin Hitz could have done a lot better with that one, but that's happened already. The damage is done. And Sevilla with 2 goals, and Dortmund with 3 very, very important away goals there. The away goals. Don't forget the away goal rule. But Sevilla, man, they weren't that good. They weren't that good. The defense of Diego Carlos and Jules Koundé. Look, these guys are guys that a lot of big teams are linked to. And you conceding 3 goals like that? Come on, man. The second goal, the breakaway there, not the second goal, the third goal, it's like, come on, you guys could do better than that. I think that was a mistake by Rakitic. You guys could do better than that, man. You could do better than that. Could definitely do better than that. So, 3-2. I predicted Sevilla to win this tie. And look what happened. You know what I'm saying? They could still win the tie, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be tough. It is going to be really, really tough. So, Edin Terzic, the caretaker manager, he would be relieved of his managerial duties at the end of the season when Marco Rose, the now Borussia Mönchengladbach manager, would step in to take over. But Lopetegui, you got a lot of work to do. The former Real Madrid manager there, the former Spain international manager. Remember that whole thing that happened in 2018 when he was going to the World Cup with Spain, and then he took the Real Madrid job, and then they sacked him from the Spain job. He went to Real Madrid and had a disastrous spell there, and then they sacked him. So Lopetegui, it is nice that he was able to actually pull things back, doing well in La Liga with Sevilla, have a nice bunch of players to work with here, and he is doing well in the Champions League as well. This might actually be the end of the road for him unless they pull things back in the second leg. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Again, big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Shout outs to the one clown that disliked the video. I don't know why. Why do people dislike videos though? Is it because they don't like the person that they're watching? Like they just hate the person that they're watching so much that they just come in the stream to just dislike the video? You see what I mean? I don't get it. Or do they look at the thumbnail of the video and see like me looking at some players and thinking that I'm actually looking at footage of the games? You see what I'm saying? Some people are like that, you know what I mean? Some people are like that. They don't know that on YouTube you can't be doing that. You see what I'm like? You can't be doing that. Some creators out there take the risk and they have, reaction channels where they do these things, but you can't do that. Don't expect footage. I don't know why people be expecting footage, man. So shout outs to the one clown that disliked the video. But guys, make sure you smash the video though. Definitely appreciate that. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat right about now. If you guys are dropping any, hate in the chat. All right, let me see. Interesting facts. Let me see. 2004-05 Liverpool 11 wins in 24 league games. Round of 16 Champions League playing against German team. Champions League final in Istanbul. Okay. So what are you suggesting, that Liverpool are going to win the title this season? The Champions League final will be in Istanbul, right? That's what you're saying, right? I'll make note of that one. It could happen. Definitely could happen. But guys, let's take a look here at the lineups. Good win for Dortmund. Yusuf En-Nesyri. Oh, man, I hate to say this guy. I just absolutely hate to say this guy's name. Absolutely hate it. You don't even understand. So difficult to say. When you say Yusuf, right, then you say N. And then there's a next N. There's a freaking dash there, and there's a En-Nesyri. It's like, come on, man. It's a commentator's nightmare. Suso with the goal here. Used to play in Italy for a while. You have Papu Gomez, the new man from Atalanta. Used to play in Italy too. Papu Gomez, he had a few good shots that was blocked. I don't think he had his best game either. But there's always a second leg. Rakitic, Joan Jordan, and the former Man City player Fernando in the midfield. Very, very experienced midfield there. Former Barcelona man Rakitic, second coming at Sevilla. Escudero, very, very, very experienced man at left back. He's been with Sevilla for some time. Diego Carlos, Jules Koundé. These guys could be out in the summer. A lot of big clubs, are looking at them. Man United are looking at Jules Koundé. Jules Koundé is a good ball-playing defender, you know what I mean? Man City actually was looking to sign him, but Sevilla wouldn't budge on the price. They wanted a certain price and no less. I think United are going to dish out the money for Jules Koundé. I think they would. And to be honest, I think he's actually going to be a disaster. I'm not even joking around here. I think he is going to be a disaster for them. So I realize we have another clown that disliked the video again. Shout outs to you too, man. Shout out to you. You see what I'm saying? I guess you're not being entertained right now, But shout outs to the two clowns that dislike the videos. Yeah, I am calling you a clown. I am calling you a clown because it's very disrespectful for you to come here and dislike my video. And I'm putting in the effort. I wake up early on my day off to come talk Champions League football with you, and you're hitting the dislike button. See what I'm saying? Clowns, man. But anyways, let us move on. Jesus Navas, former City man as well. He's a captain, veteran, playing right back. Usually a right winger, but he has reverted to the right back position as of late. And Bono, who I heard is a very, 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 very annoying goalkeeper. See, Canadian and Moroccan player there. So, off the bench, Nemanja Gudel, Oliver Torres, Oscar, who was a menace when he came on, former Real Madrid player, Munir Al-Haddadi, the Barcelona youngster, and Luke de Jong, who came on, the Dutchman, the poacher, and scored a very, very important goal there. So, the bench not looking too bad at all. Solid outfit in Sevilla. Been doing well in La Liga this season. So, as for Borussia Dortmund, we know of the talent they have in their team. And I came up with a theory about how Man City could actually get Erling Haaland, who I've heard that he has a 65 million euro buyout clause that could be activated in 2022. Not this season, but in 2022, I guess in the summer of 2022, you'll be able to access that. You'll be able to get access to that buyout clause. But if Man City wants their man earlier, as a matter of fact, City could activate the buyout clause now. They could activate the buyout clause now by sending a player over as well. In the meantime, they could give them a player to just nice up the deal. You see what I mean? So this is the theory I came up with to get Haaland. If you want to get him early, you pay the money and then you give Dortmund a player. And the player I'm thinking about is the youngster we have in our ranks by the name of Jaden Braff. There's a player by the name of Jaden Braff. He went to, I think it's Udinese. He went out on loan. He went over in Italy. Jaden Braff. Let me bring up the name and I'll show you. Jaden Braff. You put Jaden Braff. Yeah, it's Udinese. You put Jaden Braff in the deal. This youngster. Dortmund like their young players, you know what I mean? He's only 18 years old. He's going to go over there. He's going to work magic. He's going to do his thing. He's a Dutch under 18 player. Now under 21 should be. Hasn't made any appearances yet for Udinese. But I think this guy has a lot of talent, man. Premier League 2. Played one game. EFL Trophy. Played one game. That's not an EFL Cup, but an EFL Trophy. So, not much stats. He's been in the youth setup. Oh! Look over here. I didn't even see this, though. I didn't see this. There's an article over here that says Dutchman wants to leave. BVB very interested in Braff. Man City youngster more expensive than Sancho in 2017. 4 Bundesliga sides interested in Jaden Braff. Latest England export to Germany. So, Jayden Braff contract expires in 2023. And he's on loan at Udinese with an option to buy. So I don't know if Udinese are actually going to activate that option to buy, or if they're going to, it's not an obligation, but it's an option. So I don't know. If Udinese is smart, they would actually activate that option to buy. But let's say they don't. I didn't even know the ins and outs on his loan deal at Udinese. But let us see how it works out. Udinese and is the Watford owner, the Watford and the Granada owner. So let's see how that one works out. So Man City could actually put Jayden Braff in a deal, pay the money, and get Haaland. That's just my theory. What do you guys think about that one? That's just my theory, though. You see what I mean? Yeah, I heard United have bid 70 million for Koundé Dam. Yeah, I read that too. United are a team they're gonna listen. If Man City bid 10 million short of the money that they want for Koundé, or even 5 million short, and they didn't want to go over, and I think Sevilla wanted about 75 million for Koundé, and City was like, nah, we're not paying that. We're not. United are a team that's going to do something like that. United would go and they would pay even 5 to 10 million more than they actually have to pay. So we go back to the Dortmund lineup here. Very talented lineup. It's nice to see Marco Reus involved again. Picked up an assist in the game. Not brilliant to be honest. He didn't light the game on fire or anything like that. But he was solid. Erling Haaland is the player that light up the game on fire. Erling Haaland. You see what I mean? Neither did Sancho. He got a shot later on in the game there. He should have maybe scored that. But he wasn't overly impressive in my opinion as well. Dahoud, that was a brilliant goal. Bellingham looked solid. He looked solid. And Emre Can, I think he kind of faked an injury at the end there to kind of waste time. Maybe I'm wrong, but he is not overly spectacular, even though he is capable of the spectacular goal from distance. Both teams played a 4-4-3, 4-3-3 as well. Rafa Guerreiro, Portuguese at left back. Manuel Akanji, very good ball-playing defender. And the veteran Mats Hummels, along with Mateo Morey. I think he's a former Barcelona youngster. With Marvin Hitz, not the number one goalkeeper, but I think he's pretty decent. So off the bench came Thomas Munier, Felix Paslak, youngster there, Julian Brandt, who has not really impressed much, and Edin Terzic did not choose to bring on any more subs. He could have used Mukuku or Gio Reyna or even a young Real Madrid loanee, Renier. So good win for Dortmund. Are they going to go and win the first leg and then lose the second leg like they did last season against PSG? Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. So, yeah. Hi, Dom. I told you Liverpool would hammer Leipzig, but you laughed at me. Sir Preet, Liverpool did not hammer Leipzig. Come on, stop it. Liverpool won the game, but Leipzig, they shot themselves in the foot. I spoke about this already. Liverpool played well in the game. They played well enough that they could get a result. But stop acting like if Liverpool went there and just, oh my God, oh man, Liverpool was so good on the night. Leipzig, what if Leipzig didn't make those mistakes? Because Liverpool had chances and didn't take them. You see what I'm saying? Until they were gifted those goals. Let's be real here. Why don't people want to keep things real? That's the whole problem I have with people, Why don't you guys keep it real? Just keep it real, man. I spoke about Juventus losing to Porto. I kept it real. They were lethargic. They were slow. They were on their heels. Seems like they were sleeping. And they screwed up. They messed up. Not like Porto went out there and bamboozled Juventus. Juventus shot themselves in the foot too. But Porto did what they had to do, and they were resolute in defense. But when the gifts were given to them, they took the gifts willingly. Okay? Thank you very much, man. So, let me just hit you with some insights from the Sevilla Dortmund game. And then we'll touch briefly on the Liverpool, Leipzig, and the Barcelona PSG matches. And then we talk a bit about next week's games, and then we'll call it a day. So, big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream as well. So, in terms of stats here, Sevilla had 12 shots at goal, 4 on target, 66% of the ball. They passed the ball very, very well. They had 711 passes with an 89% pass accuracy. So, stats are showing that they looked better on the day, but they actually weren't the better team on the day, because they were sloppy in moments and allowed Erling Haaland to rip them apart. And Dahoud, brilliant. It was brilliance of freaking Dahoud and Haaland that got the better of Sevilla on the day. They weren't terrible, but key moments in the game cost them. You see what I'm saying? So, and Dortmund as well, not like they went out there and they put out a defensive masterclass. They didn't. You see what I mean? They look very suspect on the the set pieces, those free kicks, and they conceded. Let's say the second goal was a bit soft. Nobody picking up Luke de Jong. That's the striker. You got to pick him up. Somebody got to run with him. They didn't do that. Dortmund had 10 shots, 5 on target, 34% of the ball, 371 passes with a 79% pass accuracy, which meant they give away the ball a lot. You just have to learn to analyze these stats. They give away the ball a lot. But when they did go forward on a few counterattacks, they were good. Individual brilliance of the likes of Haaland and Mahmoud Dahoud. Mahmoud Dahoud. You hear that? Oh, man. You hear that? Mahmoud Dahoud. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Okay. So, in terms of some nice facts here, in what was their 27th home game in the European Cup or the Champions League, Sevilla suffered back-to-back home defeats in the competition for the first time. Ooh. Borussia Dortmund picked up their second ever away win against Spanish opposition in the Champions League after drawing 3 and losing 7, with tonight being their first victory since beating Atletico de Madrid back in the 96-97. So this is the first time, since 96-97 that they beat a Spanish team on the road. So that was a big win. Maybe they need to tell Marco Rose to stay at Borussia Mönchengladbach and give Edin Terzic the job permanently, So maybe, who knows? What if, okay, let me finish this. A season in which they eventually went on to lift the trophy. Dortmund won the trophy 96-97. I remember I was watching a documentary about a Portuguese player that was playing in Italy, and he left a Champions League winning team. I think it was Juventus he left, and I can't remember. But he's from Portugal, and he went to Dortmund and won the title there. And he was saying they brought him in to win the Champions League, and he did. But I digress. What if Dortmund go on to win the Champions League under Edin Terzic? What would happen? I think what would actually happen is Dortmund would continue, with giving Marco Rose a job, and then another team would actually pick up Terzic and give him the managerial job because of what he just accomplished. You see what I'm saying? But I don't think that's going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. Is Dortmund going to win the Champions League this season, guys? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. And for the last insight, Borussia Dortmund ended a run of 6 straight defeats away from home in knockout stages of the Champions League, because we know this is what they always do. They win at home, or they pick up a good result at home, and then they go away and then they mess it up. They did it last season against PSG. That's the most freshest thing in my memory. I'm not going to attempt to go back further and further and further and further. Sometimes, I don't know if people expect me to remember things, but I don't have that type of memory. I don't even remember people's birthdays like that. Seriously. I probably have like maybe five or six birthdays memorized in my head. That's how bad I am when it comes to dates and things like that. I do remember a lot of important moments in my life, but certain things I just suppress. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that I watch so many football games and talk about so many things is like, I can't be bothered with remembering everything. Duhane Thompson, everyone would like to win the Champions League, so I say join the queue. Yeah, is that another job at Manchester City? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with people. Every time you talk about City, like City's doing well in the Premier League at the moment. Currently 10 points ahead of United, 10 points on top of the table in the lead. 16 points ahead of Liverpool, which Liverpool should be very, very much ashamed of. And you know what? You know what people would turn around and say? They would never say, okay, even if they say, yeah, City's playing well, man, and they deserve the league because they've really turned things around and they're playing really, really good football, they would say that. Or they won't say that, but they will always say, oh, but they haven't win the Champions League. Come on, why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that, man? You see what I'm saying? Why you gotta be like that? That is very distasteful. Seriously. Very, very distasteful. See what I mean? Very distasteful. A lot of shit talk. Let me just put it that way. A lot of shit talk. See what I mean? A lot of shit talk. So, look, that's that for those first two games. Sevilla losing at home to Dortmund. Very impressive win for Dortmund coming from behind. And Porto, that was an upset, defeating the mighty Juventus. Some may see it as an upset, some won't. But if you look at what Porto has been doing for the last 10, 15 years, selling their players off. They did win the Champions League under Mourinho. That was, 03 or 04? But ever since then, they haven't really, looked to win it again. Look like they can actually win it again. And they're just a team, I think, if they get past the round of 16, the last 8 might be the furthest they could get. What do we actually know, though? You see what I mean? Who knows? They might get further than that. They might meet Man City again. Who knows? And they could knock us out. Like, people always say City get knocked out in the quarters, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to move on. We're going to move on, and we're going to talk about, let's just touch really quick on the other two games. So RB Leipzig 0, FC Liverpool, or Liverpool FC 2. It was 0-0 at halftime, but in the second half, here came Sabitzer and Klosterman with the errors. Sabitzer passing back to Klosterman, who slipped. Mo Salah, he got on the end of it and scored his 4th Champions League goal this season to give Liverpool the 1-0 lead. And then 5 minutes later, a really good ball played in. Nice aerial, loopy ball played down by Curtis Jones. And Nordi Mukiele didn't judge the bounce of the ball. He didn't judge the flight and the bounce of the ball properly. And then when he went to ground, I don't know what he was thinking, messed up. Sadio Mane got on the end of it to score his 2nd goal of the Champions League this season. And Leipzig, even though they had numerous amount of chances to score or to even get one back in the tie, they just kept missing the freaking goal. I don't know what they maybe they were nervous. I don't know. Maybe they were nervous. But Julian Nagelsmann and his boys, who got very deep in the Champions League last season, they would not be proud of that display. Because I think they played very well in the first half. They threatened Liverpool, even though they looked a little vulnerable at times, where Liverpool could have scored, but Salah, his finishing wasn't up to par in the first half there. They could have scored, but they survived and came in the second half and said, here you go. Here you go again. But credit to Liverpool, though. Credit to Liverpool. I think they did most things right in the match, and in the end, you can say that they deserve the victory. Definitely. So if we take a look at the lineups right about now, for those two games, for those two teams, I mean, for Leipzig, they played a 3-5-2 flat with Gulaski in goal, the former Liverpool man, the Hungarian there, spent a few seasons at Liverpool. Nordi Mukiele, very, very talented Frenchman with Congo from Congo DR, could play for both of those nations. Has been looked at by many, many top clubs. He's very versatile, could play all across the back line. He's only 23 years old, but he was having a very good game, you know. My assessment of him, like in the first half, he looked good. He handled Sadio Mane very well, in my opinion. And then, I don't know what happened in that moment. Nice, strong, defender. I don't know what happened. He messed up. Really, really screwed up, man. Really screwed up. So, there's another one. This guy, Ibrahima Kanote. Maybe he should play in the second leg, you know what I mean? But he's another very versatile centre-back as well that many big teams are looking at. Ibrahima Kanote, French and, what is that flag? Guinean? I think that might be from, yeah, that look like Guinea. Like he's from Guinea. So, Klosterman, along with Upamecano, another very talented defender there, Klosterman. Made a mistake, slipped. But Upamecano, I think, were the best of the lot. He would move to Bayern Munich in the summer for, I think that's a 5-year deal. He would replace, and I was thinking about it. I was like, why does Bayern Munich keep buying all the best players from the other Bundesliga teams, right? But then I'm thinking, if Alaba is leaving, and Alaba has been playing centre-back quite a lot, it is fair to them that they bring in a capable player at the back, and they brought in Upamecano. You see what I'm saying? So it's all good. It is all good, man. That's if freaking, what you call it, the other teams want to sell, that's them. That is them if they want to keep selling their freaking best players like that to Bayern Munich. Whose fault it is? It's their fault. They get in the compensation, so we can't really look at Bayern Munich that, in that light that they keep stealing the best talents, because other teams could do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Like Dortmund could do that too, but the players that they're bringing in are not winning them the title. You see what I'm saying? I guess Bayern Munich are doing it better than Dortmund. So Angelino, who I think has been very, very good since he went to Leipzig, he's been so good that they paid £15 million to Man City to sign him permanently, along with some of the fees they paid for his loan deals. And he was menacing on the left-hand side there, but his finishing was horrible, deplorable finishing. I'm telling you, if his finishing was better, if his crossing was better on the day, it could have been a different result. But Angelino, I think, you got to do better in the second leg. Kevin Campbell, Sabitzer, Haidara, very, very error-prone in the midfield there. Give away the ball a lot. I think Leipzig was very, very, very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. I think they got away on a few occasions. But, sooner rather than later, they would have been made to pay for those mistakes. They did give away the ball a lot. Tyler Adams, it's kind of rare. It's kind of weird, I should say, that Tyler Adams was listed and was playing out so wide and so advanced, though. You see what I mean? It is a weird team put out by Julian Nagelsmann. At times, if you really look at this team, it looks very, very negative and very defensive, though. If you look at it, because Campbell, Sabitzer, Haidara, all very defensive-minded midfielders, with Adams very defensive-minded, and Angelino. So Tyler Adams playing as a right wing back there, it is like he's not known for his attacking prowess. So if you look at the team there, you could see about eight defensive players on the field. You see what I mean? It's crazy. Why not Hwang Hee-chan? You know what I mean? From the start. Why didn't he put on Alexander Sørloth? These are things that I'm going through my mind right about now. Why not a Benny Heinrichs? You know, so Nagelsmann, you got it wrong. You have 5 available substitutes to use in the match. You use 3. Sørloth is on the bench. You need goals. Kluivert is on the bench. You know, the young Lazar Samardzic, who they did steal from Hertha Berlin, is on the bench. You don't use none of them. Halstenberg is on there, very talented. Who knows? Maybe he just got his selection wrong, man. It looks like that's what it is. Because the players on show, they let their manager down big time with those silly errors. Silly errors. Because what we saw from Leipzig last season, guys, we saw nothing on the day against Liverpool. Willy Orban, Hwang Hee-chan came on. He had opportunity. He had a great opportunity, and he didn't hit the target. At least hit the blood-clear target, man. Come on. Yusuf Poulsen, who is one of the longest-serving members at this club, he came on and he didn't really have much service to do his thing. And he's the kind of guy that misses a lot of chances as well. As for Liverpool FC, the winners on the day, 2-0. They played a 4-3-3 formation. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Liverpool 11 and how I think each player has been, you know, an assessment, a fair assessment of the each player. Alisson in goal, the number 1. I think he had a solid match, bouncing back from consecutive losses where he made errors in the game that led to goal. And he must have had a few sleepless nights there. But against Leipzig, he would have slept like a baby. Not like all, let's just say baby. But not all babies sleep good in the night. But he would have slept very, very well. Like I do sleep well. So he would have slept like me in the night. You see what I mean? And he bounced back. But we don't know if let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on the weekend against Everton before we talk too quick there. But in context of this match, I think Alisson Becker did bounce back very well. His decision making was a little bit more like precise. It was better. You see what I'm saying? He looked like he was more adept to what he was doing and to the situation. And when the ball came, he didn't like hold on to the ball too much or whatnot. He just blasted it out. You see what I mean? The players still look like they trust him to pass the ball back to him. And his glove work was very stellar on the day because he pulled off a big save early on in the game, which could have changed the whole, you know, climate of the match. He did get beaten where the ball hit the post, but, you know, the post is there to help the goalkeepers too, so got a little lucky in the early stages of the game there. But overall, I think Alisson bounced back. I think he bounced back. Could he do it long term? Could he put his mistakes against City, mistakes against Leicester behind him and move on? Every good player should be able to do so. And we know Alisson is a quality player. We know that. But we're not going to ignore the mistakes. You see what I mean? We're not going to do like some people and ignore the mistakes when they happen. We have to talk about it. We like crisis moments and dramatic moments like that. So we are going to talk about it. We're not going to just say, it's Alisson. It's Alisson, man. He's a good keeper. Oh, let's forget about it. No. We talk about it. And then we move on. You see what I mean? But the thing that I don't like, let me tell you what I don't like, right? Let me tell you something that I don't like, guys. Let me tell you something that I don't like. And I don't like with fans. And I'm talking to some of you Liverpool fans. Let me tell you what I don't like, right? Karius did that. Right? Mignolet was making a whole lot of errors before he got sold and he got replaced by Karius and he was still in the squad and Karius was the number 1. Karius made some horrible errors in the Champions League final. I remember them like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? I was in my living room watching the Champions League final and going crazy with the Gareth Bale goal and all the mistakes. I'm like, Jesus. I don't even think Karius played another game for Liverpool after that. You see what I mean? And I think that's very harsh, man. That is harsh. You see? And maybe that's why some people don't like me. And maybe that's why some people don't want to watch my videos or my analysis. It's because I say things like this and I tell you the facts and the truth. Karius did it. You don't want Karius, okay? I know it's a big occasion. It's a Champions League final. But maybe Liverpool would have lost the final anyways. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? And then you got rid of Karius, sent him out on loan a couple times, and then eventually sold him to Union Berlin, right? I think he's sold, right? I don't think it's another loan move. I think he's sold. Then Adrian kept making the same dumb mistakes all the time. Adrian, but I'm not saying Karius and Adrian is good or they are good as Alisson, but I'm just saying how fans are, fans of the club and the club itself, how they treat certain players, right? Alisson got injured last season. Adrian came in, he did the business on many occasions when we thought he would have actually messed up. Liverpool went on to win the title even though Alisson Becker was injured for many, many games, right? Then Adrian kept making these stupid mistakes, and then he made the mistakes in the Champions League round of 16 last season. Twice. Give away the ball. Liverpool fans are losing their shit over Adrian, right? They're losing their minds over Adrian. Then on top of that, this season, Adrian was in goal when Liverpool got 7, right? And then there's a few other games he made some horrible mistakes and whatnot. Liverpool fans don't want Adrian. They don't even want to see Adrian's name on the team sheet. They don't want Adrian's name on the team sheet. You see what I mean? Kelleher. Just play Kelleher, not Adrian. And then Alisson went and did what he did against City, lost 4-1, and then lost 3-1 in games that they could have actually maybe won or pick up a draw, and lost both games, 7 goals. 7 goals Alisson conceded in those 2 games, you know. Those were back-to-back games. 7 goals to 2. But what happened? What did people go and do? They go and post pictures on social media of Alisson Becker winning the Champions League, the Premier League, winning the best glove man in Europe, best glove man by FIFA, and all the kinds of things. That's how people are. That's how people are. You see what I mean? And then the same people would go ahead and say that Alisson is still better than Ederson. When on current form, we all know that Ederson is the better goalkeeper on current form. Current form I'm talking about. Overall, from what we can tell from history, Alisson could be classed as the better goalkeeper because of his involvement in Brazil and all of that. But on the last time Brazil played, Alisson was on the bench. Ederson was in goal. You see? So it's all subjective. You see what I mean? But people need to stop. People need to stop doing that. Give Jack his freaking jacket. You know what I mean? If he's playing shit, you gotta call him out for it. Because you did for other players. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? And I'm not shit talking. I'm not making this up. These are just facts. Why you crucify Minelli, Karius, and Adrian, but when Alisson do some dumb shit, he gets a pass. Yeah, that's Alisson. He'll bounce back. He's the best goalkeeper in the world. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Oh, my God. All right, let's go back to the lineup here. Let's go back to the lineup. Look, Ozan Kabak at centre-back there. I think Kabak had a good game. He looked comfortable. Maybe because it's a familiar opponent in Leipzig. He's been playing against Leipzig throughout his Schalke career. Ozan Kabak is only still 20 years old. He's a big guy for a 20-year-old guy. I think I would like to see more energy from him, though. You see what I'm saying? I want to see more energy. I want to, like if he's actually into the game. He looks like he could be a little leggy. Like he could be like going through the motions a bit sometimes, you know what I mean? I want to see a little bit more proactiveness from Ozan Kabak, but he had a solid game. Jordan Henderson playing as a center back once again. Let me let you guys know one thing though. You guys ain't winning the Champions League with Henderson at no center back and Kabak here. You may get past Leipzig, but the teams that you're gonna meet in the future, you're not gonna get away with this. I'm telling you guys this right now. You're not getting away with this. You won't get away with this in the future. Real center backs has to be back there for you to win the Champions League. I'm telling you guys that. People may say, oh, look at this guy again. Well, what if they do it? It ain't happening. If it happens, it would be something great. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think he looked good going forward, but a lot of times, guys, you saw where Angelino thrived in the game. It was he was playing on the left-hand side. He got in behind on many occasions. Many occasions. You see what I'm saying? Robertson, I think, his form has fell away as well. People may not be talking about that, but Robertson has not been the Andy Robertson that we all know. But overall, don't get me wrong, Liverpool had a solid performance. But there's people acting as if Liverpool went to freaking Hungary and played Leipzig off the park. Because they didn't. They didn't. I think it was a very even affair where Leipzig did not take their chances and then made some horrible mistake where Liverpool actually, they capitalized on. And in the end, they got the result that they desired. Two away goals. You see what I mean? Wijnaldum, I still think he is going through the motion a bit, to be honest. And he should sign the Liverpool contract, in my opinion. He shouldn't go to Barcelona. That's not a place that you want to go right now. Stay away from Barcelona by all means necessary. Just stay away. And no disrespect to the Barcelona fans, but stay away from Barcelona, man. Stay away from Barcelona. And big up to everybody in here right about now. Thriller from Manila, AD. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. Encourage the people in the stream to smash the thumbs up button as well. We have a third clown in here that disliked the video. And that's what I'll be calling people who dislike videos in the future. Clowns. You're a big clown. You see what I mean? I think it's pretty harsh to go around disliking people's videos for nothing, you know what I mean? For their opinions. You know what I'm saying? The effort we as content creators put out. The least you could do is not do anything, but you have to press the dislike button. Oh, man. See what I mean? Like, it's so stupid, man. Seriously. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. I've never disliked a YouTube video in my life. And I watch videos that I absolutely don't like. I'm like, oh, God. But I'm gone. I don't have to hit the dislike button. They need to get rid of the freaking... Matter of fact, YouTube need to just get rid of the freaking like and dislike buttons. And we have a fourth clown that disliked the video. Oh, my God. Shout outs to the quartet of clowns up in here. Shout outs. You're here for entertainment, right, guys? This is just me, and this is just the entertainment segment. You know, people are gonna do what they want, anyways. I can't stop people from liking or disliking the video, but I actually think it's stupid. So, Curtis Jones, who I think every time he plays, he does a very good job. And then people are trolling now. Then we have people trolling, smashing the dislike button 9 times. Oh, man, we got more clowns in here, man. Yo, you guys are... Listen, man. Listen, let me talk to you guys. Man, you guys are clowns. I'm telling you guys that. You guys play too much. You guys play too much. Those of you guys who did that, you play too much. So instead of liking the video, you go ahead and dislike it just to I don't know why, but you're clowns. You see what I mean? I'm here talking facts and you're out here clowning. But we're going to get back to the lineup. Let's get back to the lineup real quick. Let me spit the facts over here. Let me spit the facts. And then we're going to talk about the Barcelona PSG match a bit. I don't want to spend too long on the rest of this, but let me just get through this. But I'm saying exactly what I want to say. Wijnaldum should sign the Liverpool contract. He shouldn't go to Barcelona. Not a very nice place to go right about now. Avoid Barcelona by any means necessary. Curtis Jones, I think Klopp should actually play this kid every game. You see like what Pep is doing with Foden and promoting him so much and playing him on so many occasions. Curtis Jones should have the same exposure, playing around all these very good footballers. It's only going to rub off on him. Thiago, I think, maybe eating up the credit for Liverpool's win, but I don't think Thiago was all that great in the match, to be completely honest. He's playing against a very, very familiar opponent in RB Leipzig. Even though Bayern Munich has not really enjoyed a very, very fun time playing RB Leipzig since their promotion to the Bundesliga. But I'm not going to hype up the Thiago thing. Nah, I'm not going to hype it up because Liverpool win the game. You see what I mean? I'm not. Because what did he do? What did he do in contributions to the goals? He didn't contribute to the goals. He didn't. So I'm not going to be here talking up Thiago like, yeah, he's the reason why you won the game. No, he wasn't. Sadio Mane, good goal. Very, very good goal. He stayed switched on. I think he had a bright game and it will do a whole lot of good for his confidence. And Firmino, we know how hard he works and everything. So I'm not going to be overly critical of Firmino. Definitely won't be, because we know the type of work that he does. And even though he do get the chances, then he don't put them away. I'm not going to be overly critical, And Mo Salah, he keeps scoring them for fun this season, despite Liverpool's lack of points in the Premier League. He keeps scoring, so props to Mo Salah. Nico Williams, Shaqiri, Oxlade, Chamberlain came off the bench. I don't think they did much in the game when they came on. But it's nice for them to get a run out in the Champions League. And Liverpool wins the first leg, 2-0, and put themselves in a very, very good position to go on to win the round of 16 tie and move on to the quarterfinals. And the Liverpool fans are feeling very, very, very good. They are very, very bullish over their chances of, on their chances of winning the Champions League this season. I don't know why, but people are actually saying, Champions League form and Premier League form are two different things, and it's a whole different. I know that, but what are you trying to tell me? That magically your problems disappear when you play Champions League football, and then when you come back to the Premier League, the problems are there again? Just stop it. Please stop it. You know what I'm saying? Please stop it. So we're going to touch on the last one before we just talk about the games next week really quick. And we're going to get this live stream done for the day. Don't want to spend 3 hours today talking about these games at all. We don't want to. But I appreciate everybody who came through and everybody who definitely enjoyed the content and enjoyed the live stream. I will be back tomorrow to do the match week 25 predictions for the Premier League. So definitely come back for that one. It will be the Merseyside Derby. Man City will be playing Arsenal as well. Those are the two biggest clashes this weekend. So Barcelona 1, PSG 4. PSG finally going to get their revenge on Barcelona after that 6-1 drubbing 4 years ago. The exact day that I started my YouTube channel on talking about football. The exact day. That was my first ever video, football video. Barcelona 6, Paris Saint-Germain 1. First video. Couldn't believe it. But PSG, I never thought they would do this. When you hear a big player like Neymar and Di Maria are not playing, you're like, Barcelona got this. Barcelona got this. And the way the game started with Barcelona getting a penalty, Messi putting it away, and then when you see Ousmane Dembele had a chance right in front of goal and he messed it up, you're like, oh boy. What's going to happen here? You see what I'm saying? Oh boy. What is going on here? Maybe you knew at that time and point that something was going to, go wrong for Barcelona. So in this game, as you could see, Messi scored in the 27th minute. Then we had Kylian Mbappe in the 32nd. His third goal at the time in the tournament. He went on to score 5 goals in the tournament at the end of the day with a hat-trick. Brilliant hat-trick to school Messi and Koeman's Barcelona. He scored again in the 65th minute. It's a really good goal. Mose Ken with a thumping header into the ground to beat Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and Kylian Mbappe to put the gloss on it with a brilliant shot to open his body, put it in the V, set up by Julian Draxler. So 4 goals, man. That's a lot of goals to concede. At home too for Barcelona. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of home goals to concede, man. But if you look at the Barcelona bench here, forget about the lineup. Just look at their bench. Their bench looks really, really light. Their bench looks really light. You had Martin Braithwaite, Trincao, youngster, new to the club. Ricky Puig, young Barcelona Academy graduate. Miralem Pjanic came over from Juventus. And you had Asqua Mingueza coming on, a young centre-back for Piqué, who did not have a great game. The bench is light, man. Junior Firpo, former Betis man. He has a mixed bag time at Barcelona so far. And you look at Samuel Umtiti, can't even get on the field. You see what I'm saying? What is going on at Barcelona, man? Barca are back to early season form. And they came into the game in good form too. They came into the match in good form, but I think the PSG were just the hungrier of the two teams, man, because, you look at their lineup, it looks a lot more balanced, more experience, and they just wanted it more. They played with more vigor, more energy, and they have it's between Haaland and Mbappe right now for the best young player in the world, in my opinion. You could put, I don't think Phil Foden is at that level yet. I think Mbappe is on a whole different level because Mbappe has been playing at that level since when? 2017. You see what I'm saying? 2017, while he was at Monaco, then he went to PSG. He went to the World Cup. He scored goals at the World Cup. He won the World Cup with France. And he's been winning the freaking title at PSG. Mbappe has won the title every single senior year for his professional career. At Monaco, then at PSG. It is just sick. PSG went to the Champions League final. So I think Mbappe should be classed as the best young player in the world right now. And the hat-trick, man. Hat-trick, where Erling Haaland said that the hat-trick inspired him to do well in the game. It just pushed him. So it's a Haaland versus Mbappe race going on right about now. You see what I mean? Haaland versus Mbappe right now. So I think the Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo thing is kind of dying off a bit. So Haaland versus Mbappe is going to be the new thing. It's going to be the new trend. So very, very good performance by Maurizio Pochettino and PSG in this game. And they truly deserve the win with Draxler, Herrera, Pereira, and Kera coming off the bench. And if you look at their bench looks very, very solid. Sarabia, unused. Rafinha, former Barcelona man, unused. We had Abdou Diallo, very quality center back there, unused as well. So look, quality prevails in the end, man. One talking point I would like to actually touch on, Lionel Messi has been linked with a move to PSG, right? Messi has been linked to the move to PSG. So, you know what they say? If you can't beat them, join them. So, could we see Lionel Messi joining PSG in the summer? Or will he stay at Barcelona or join Manchester City? It would be crazy if Messi joins City and Haaland joins City. Oh my God, that would be nuts. That would be nuts. I know the Liverpool fans are talking up about Mbappe to Liverpool, and FSG are going to look to flex their muscle and spend 200 million on Mbappe. You really think that's going to happen? Guys, you really think that's going to happen? I think PSG would want their money up front, you know. I think PSG would want their money up front. Or who knows, maybe Liverpool would be able to say, hey, 200 mil across 5 years. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see if that deal is actually going to happen, because that has they've been talking that up for a while. They've been talking that deal up for a long time. Mbappe to Liverpool when? 2022? When do you guys want him? Now? This year? Or 2022? But let's see where Messi goes, though. Let's see where Messi goes. If he stays or if he go. Let's see. Let us see. Do you guys think that Messi would actually stay at Barcelona after, you know, what's been transpiring over the last year? What happened to Barcelona in the last few Champions League seasons? Roma, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and now PSG. That's 4 seasons, man. This is not good. This is not good. Barca has to get their act together. They got to get their act together. So, guys, that's that for that. Let's touch on the next fixtures coming up next week. You guys could give me your thoughts on that. I'll give you my thoughts as well. Lazio versus Bayern Munich, man. Oh, man. Guys, could Lazio actually pull off an upset here? Because it would be an upset. Lazio have not been in the Champions League for about, what, like 13 years or so? And under Inzaghi here, could they pull off an upset? I think Lazio have been doing very well in the league, you know. The last time I saw a bit of updates on Lazio, I saw a few headlines for Lazio. They've been doing decent. They did lose on Valentine's Day to Inter Milan 3-1. But they beat Cagliari. They beat Atalanta. They lost the Coppa Italia quarterfinal there against Atalanta. But they beat Sassuolo. They've been in pretty decent form. They beat Roma, beat Parma, beat Fiorentina, drew to Genoa. So this year, they have been very, very solid. They beat Napoli early on back in December. They've been a solid outfit for the most part. But I think Bayern Munich should be a little bit too much for them, though, in my opinion. But when you have Ciro Immobile in your team, any little mistake would be punished. You see what I'm saying? Any mistake would be punished. And there's a few other players in this Lazio team that could actually hurt Bayern Munich. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic has been very good this season once again. He has been on the up once again. And they have very, very good players that could actually hurt this freaking Bayern Munich team. The likes of Luis Alberto, who had a great season last year. Joaquin Correa. You see what I'm saying? Murasic. These guys have been, you know, contributing goals. These guys have been good. So, Bayern Munich, could we see a situation? Felipe Caicedo, the Ecuadorian, does come off the bench and pose a threat. Could we see a situation, guys? And they did bring in the guy by the name of Vedad Muriqi, a forward there. And Mohamed Fares, 2 players that came in recently for Lazio. Could we see a situation, guys? Talk to me. Could we see a situation where Lazio could actually pull an upset on Bayern Munich? Because we've had results in the first leg. Well, some may say that the Liverpool result is not an upset or that was the expected result. I don't believe you. I really don't believe you, because Liverpool form going into that game against Leipzig, in my opinion, were the favorite to actually win that match. Excuse me. Or even get a draw. And Liverpool weren't playing well at all going into that game. You see what I'm saying? On the back of some very horrible results at home. And then on the road. You see what I'm saying? So that could be an exception, but I don't know how many people would actually agree with me. But Juventus losing and then Barcelona losing to a Neymar, PSG without Neymar. I should say a Neymar less PSG. That's what I was looking for. And then Dortmund traveling to Sevilla and winning. So could we see a situation where the holders of the competition, Bayern Munich, slip up to Lazio? Or that won't happen? You know what I'm saying? So Perfect Champions is saying, read this. Lazio beating us and knocking us out. Lazio beating Bayern and knocking them out. Read this. They're winning against us. Why? Why are you begging me to read it so much? Please tell me why. Oh my God! Look, it could happen, bro. It could happen. But I predicted Bayern Munich to win this one. But if the trend continues, who knows? Who knows, man? But I'm going for the world champions right now, Bayern Munich, to actually go on to win this tie across two legs. The first leg will be played at that's a Stadio Olimpico, right? Yeah, the Stadio. Is it the Stadio Olimpico? But it will be in Rome. It'll be an away game for Bayern Munich. And the last game they played, they drew 3-3 against Arminia Bielefeld. So I don't know if you could judge the build up with that game. I don't know. I don't think you should. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea, though. Ooh, that one is a tricky one right now. I'm predicting Atletico, but it could well go the opposite direction because Chelsea have been clicking, man. The players look more spirited under Thomas Tuchel than they did under Lampard. And even under Lampard, they've done well in the Champions League this season, smashing the likes of Sevilla to bits and pieces. So this one could be a very, very difficult one to predict. And I'm predicting an Atletico Madrid win in the tie. I didn't predict the individual legs, but I'm thinking Atletico is going to prevail in this one. So this one will be played in Romania. So Atletico Madrid won't be getting to play at their very, very nice brand new stadium over there in Madrid. And this could be an advantage for Chelsea. This could be a very, very big advantage for Chelsea. Take a look at Atleti's recent results. A 1-1 away to Levante. An away win over Granada. A 2-2 home draw. A 4-2 home win, away win over Cadiz. 3-1 home win over Valencia. 2-1 away win over Eibar. 2-0 home win over Sevilla. They did lose in the second round of the Copa del Rey to Cornella, a lower division team. They beat Alaves. So in 2021, they have been very, very solid. A few draws along with, a few wins. One loss that came in the cup. And they have been solid. They have been very, very solid, where they currently sit on top of the La Liga table with a game in hand to Real Madrid, and they have 6 points ahead. So that is some good stuff. They are unbeaten in their last 5 La Liga matches as well. While for Barcelona, right? Barcelona going into the PSG game, they had won all 5 of their games in La Liga. And for Sevilla, they had won all 5 of their games. So I don't think it's a thing of where the league form disappears when you go into the Champions League. It's just a different league. That's what it is. It's different opponents from different countries of different caliber. That's what it is, because it is very difficult to actually explain these things, because I'm pretty sure, what do we know? But Leipzig, are a better team than Brighton. You see what I'm saying? On paper, at least. And I think if Leipzig come up against Brighton right now, like you fancy Brighton, you fancy not Brighton, you fancy Leipzig to win. You fancy a team like Leipzig to beat Burnley. You fancy a team like Leipzig to give Leicester a good run and beat them. Seeing that Leipzig got to the Champions League semi-final last season. You see what I'm saying? So it's a very, very tricky thing to analyze. It's very, very tricky thing to analyze, you know. So you have these teams winning every single game in their league, and then you're going up against another opponent, but that opponent is also a very good team, like a PSG. You see what I'm saying? Like a Dortmund, where they may be looking like they may be more pumped up for the occasion than they probably would be in the league, because the league now is across 38 matches, while if you slip up now, you could actually catch up 3 games later and still be able to maybe get a Champions League place or even go on to win the league. But in the Champions League, like, it's do or die. It's do it now or die. You see what I'm saying? You can't catch up later. You can't slip up now and catch up later. So maybe that's what gives teams the energy to go in the Champions League and perform well. Or for the teams that, for the adverse effect, for teams that don't perform well, maybe they don't deal with the occasion properly. Maybe the occasion is way too big for them. You see what I mean? So Atletico Madrid are top of La Liga. They're doing well. They're handling their oppositions over there. But maybe they come up against a team like Chelsea, who are also doing well in the league, and flunk. You see what I mean? So for Chelsea, under Thomas Tuchel, they're unbeaten. They have been doing very, very well. So Thomas Tuchel came in after that 3-1 win against Luton Town. He drew against Wolves. He beat Burnley, beat Tottenham, beat Sheffield, beat Barnsley, beat Newcastle. You see that? So he's been in very good form. But he could also go, and there could be a terrible result against Atleti. You see what I mean? So how do you analyze that then? For people who say that league form goes out the window when you play Champions League, how do you analyze that then? Because if, for example, Chelsea are in good form, Atleti are in good form, and either one goes and win their game in the Champions League, it means that they do carry their league form into the Champions League. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's all just nonsense, and we shouldn't be looking at it like that. Just a whole new competition, a lot, more at stake. In a short term, you got to look at it from a perspective that it's a short term thing. It's a cup competition, and the league is a marathon. That's what it is. You see what I mean? That's what it is. So both teams looking good coming into this one, or going into this one, I should say. And we don't know we don't know what's gonna happen, but we know it's gonna be a mouth-watering affair. Mouth-watering affair here. So according to my schedule, next week I'll be able to watch the Lazio. Yeah, I'll be able to watch these games without interruption. But on Wednesday, where my wife goes to work and I'm home with my son and everything, that's when City Gladbach game is, and the Atalanta versus Real Madrid match. So to talk about the Gladbach versus Manchester City fixture, just to touch on that one, guys. I've been seeing a lot of comments on my channel. I don't know if people are trolling or whatnot. I don't know what's going on, but people are saying that Gladbach are going to beat City. I'm not saying it can't happen, but the way Man City has been playing lately, for a very long time, about 25 games unbeaten or so. The last time we lost was against Tottenham, and that was way back in November. So, you could look at it however you want, and you can say that the form in the league goes out the window or whatever you want. You could say whatever you want to say. But from what I've been seeing with this Manchester City team, I don't think we're losing to Gladbach. I really don't think so. We could see a situation where this week's fixtures are like all over the place, and the results, and next week we have some normalcy. We could just see the same thing like this week again. You know, it's a Champions League we're talking about here. You see what I mean? But the way Man City has been playing, guys, look, man. Look, any team right now would definitely have a hard time playing us. Even a Bayern Munich. Seriously, even a Bayern Munich would have a hard time playing Man City right about now. And I'm not saying this to start a Bayern Munich, Man City thing. I'm just talking facts. Because Bayern Munich do have a very good attack. But let's talk about their defense. Let's talk about their defense. You see what I mean? You conceding 3 against Bielefeld. It's like, it's very suspect. It is very, 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 very suspect. So Man City has won their last 17 games in all competitions, you know. All 17 games going into the Arsenal game this weekend, where we could make it 18, and then the Mönchengladbach game, you could make it 19 wins in a row, and we still get no respect. We still get hate. I don't know if the people that are hating are actually like, you know, 11 and 12-year-olds with freaking YouTube accounts. And no disrespect to you if you're 11 or 12 years old, but, you know, I don't know how, you know, good your judgment is. Seriously. And I don't know. I really don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, guys, don't go around talking about City's going to win everything and all of that. That is being silly, in my opinion. That is being very, very silly. We can win everything, but it doesn't make sense to go around saying you're going to win everything and then you end up winning nothing, or you win only one thing. No. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, man. Yeah, Donovan. I know that's you who changed your name to FC Bankrupt Lona. Armenia. Bielefeld getting some shine. Thanks, bro. Yeah, definitely. Dom, here I'll stop you for sure. We ain't having a hard time against you. We literally tore Atleti's defensive team in Europe. Has your defense faced caliber of attack? Am I supposed to address that? Am I supposed to really address you right now? Come on, stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. Look at the caliber teams you conceding 3 goals against. That is what I'm talking about. You see what I mean? But I'm not talking about Bayern Munich versus Man City here. Bayern Munich has to worry about Lazio and not Manchester City. Take care of Lazio first, Bayern Munich, before you want to talk about Manchester City. Okay, thank you very much. Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Thank you very much, man. Have a seat. So you saying Everton has attack like Bayern now? Anybody saying anything, man? Nobody's saying anything. Do you think Man City has a chance to win the Champions League? Every team in the Champions League right now have a chance to win the Champions League. Unless you're Barcelona and you got smashed 4-1 in the first leg. And Leipzig, who basically gifted Liverpool the game 2-0. Most of the teams still have a chance in this one. Okay? I'm not going to run around talking about we're going to win Champions League. I'm not that dumb. My name might be Dominic, but I'm not that dumb. You see what I'm saying? Every year every year, oh, Man City got a great chance to win it this season, and then we go and screw it up. No. No. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here talking about City winning the Champions League. I'm not talking about that. I'm not. Listen, even if, to be honest, it'll be hard for me because even if we get to the Champions League final, I don't even know if I want to even make a prediction. You see what I'm saying? I want to celebrate when City do win the Champions League. If they do win the Champions League this season. Or whenever they eventually choose to do it. But this would be a good time to do it. You see what I'm saying? Players are getting back fit again. Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne. You got Fernandinho fit. You got Gundogan fit. You got Mahrez, you got Bernardo, you got Sterling, Jesus, Foden, Rodri, oh man, Cancelo. Diaz Stones, what a freaking team. Ederson, the team is well oiled and playing great football right about now. Actually, if you check the stats, in world football, it's probably Man City is the best team right now. And I'm not talking about Club World Cup where Bayern Munich won it and all of that. But look at the results over the stretch of the last, 25 games. Man City are the best team in the world right now. And that's why people are actually, saying Man City are the favorites to do this, favorites to do that. Because as a City fan, I don't see it the same way like other people see it. You see what I'm saying? Other people might see things a lot differently. Like, I might look at Bayern Munich and be like, yeah, they win in the Champions League. I can say that without hesitation or whatever. If they don't, they don't. But when if I go out and say Man City are going to win the Champions League and then they don't, then how do I look? You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. So, perfect champions, you're only making excuses right now. Stop with the excuses, please. I don't have time for excuses right about now. I don't even want to make excuses for myself. I don't want to make excuses anymore. And the last one, guys, look, Gladbach, before, I didn't really touch on Gladbach enough there, but Gladbach, let's just touch on their recent results. Let me give Gladbach the respect. But you know what, man? Why? Why? You letting your coach leave to go to freaking Dortmund. Should I give you respect? I don't know. I really don't know, man. Should I give you respect? You letting all your best players leave to go play for the other teams, man. You know what I'm saying? What respect do you deserve? All your best players leave and go to the other teams. Marco Reus, you name them. They just leaving. Torgan Hazard. They just leaving. And more are going to leave. Florian Neuhaus might leave. Who else? Zachariah might leave. Who else? Who knows? You see what I mean? So right about now, Gladbach are 7th in the Bundesliga. And in terms of their form coming into, these games, they do have Mainz on the weekend at home. This game will be played in Hungary too, so it's a very good advantage for City, in my opinion, that they won't face Gladbach at their home stadium. They had a 0-0 against Wolfsburg in their last game. They lost to FC Köln at home in the previous match. They did defeat Stuttgart in the DFB Pokal third round. They drew to Union Berlin 1-1. They did beat Dortmund 4-2, which is a great result. Beat Werder. They drew to Stuttgart in the league, and they beat Bayern Munich. You see what I'm saying? They beat Bayern Munich 3-2. And in that game, Jonas Hoffmann scored a brace. Florian Neuhaus scored one. And for Bayern Munich, this is a Bayern Munich team that had Lewandowski, Müller, Sane, Douglas Costa, Goretzka, Kimmich. That's a very strong team. Some people may say without the likes of Douglas Costa, but I think Costa was at his best when he was at Bayern Munich. That's when he was at his best. I think that was Pep who brought him in there from Shakhtar. What a player, man. I remember when Douglas Costa, Fred, there was Luis Adriano, there was Tyson, Bernard, there was a next one. What's the other one name? Man, that team, man. Oh, my God, that Shakhtar team was good. What's the other one name, man? Alex Teixeira? Oh, my God. That Shakhtar team was nice. That team that had Darius Sherner in there, that team was nice. Piatov in goal, that team was, oh, man. And they cash in, cha-ching, power of the dollar. So that Bayern Munich team had Davies, Alaba, Zula, Pavard, and Neuer, and they lost to Gladbach. So Gladbach should not be underestimated. They beat Bayern. They beat Dortmund. What did they do against Leipzig this season? Against Leipzig, Let me find the Leipzig game. They did lose to Dortmund early on in the season. But the worrying thing for me is that the Champions League, the form against the better teams, though, because they did draw to Real and draw to Inter, but then they lost the next games. You see what I'm saying? So that's very worrying. That is very worrying. They did lose at home to Inter Milan and did lose on the road to Real Madrid. So could they do it across two legs? That would be the biggest question. Do they have the endurance and the fortitude to do it against City over two legs? I think over one leg, they would always fancy their chances. But to play in Hungary, which would be their home leg, and then go to the Etihad, if that's even going to be allowed. Maybe it'll be 2 games in Hungary. Let's see. Could they do it? Could they do it? Do they have it in them to do it? We'll just have to wait and see, though. So the last one we got to talk about is Atalanta versus Real Madrid. Atalanta versus Real Madrid, guys. I'm picking Atalanta to get the better of Real Madrid here, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows what will happen here? Who knows what will happen here, guys? So in terms of form right now, for Real Madrid, they're second in La Liga. They've been doing very well lately, even though there's been talks of Zidane's under pressure and all of that. I maybe that's just the media. 3 wins in their last 3 league games. They do have a loss in between there, but they have 49 points, second in the league, 4 losses, 4 draws, and 15 wins. Not bad at all. The last couple games they have played, they will play Valladolid on the weekend before the Champions League away game against Atalanta. But they beat Valencia 2-0. They beat Getafe, beat Huesca, but they lose at home to Levante. You see what I mean? And right now they don't have Sergio Ramos in their team. So that's a very, very big deal. Very, very big deal. Let me see who's playing at the back here for them in the absence of Sergio Ramos. Well, it's been Nacho and Rafa Varane. Ferland Mendy, Carvajal. All these guys are fit right now. Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, Vinicius, Benzema, Marco Asensio. They have a good team. And the bench is they have an okay, bench right now, but I think they were actually dealing with a lot of injuries, coronavirus and all that. So it's kind of tricky to judge. The guys who go out there and play the match would have to actually do it. I don't think they can depend on the bench too much here against a very, very, very dangerous Atalanta team. And for Atalanta right now in the Serie A, they're 6th. This is the team I predicted to win the Serie A this season based on what they have been doing over the last few years. But they have came up a bit short. But a very encouraging stat, they have only lost 4 times in the league this season. 22 matches, 16 to go. They are only 10 points off the top. And we know the teams in the freaking Serie A are very, very flippy-floppy, you know what I mean? So could Atalanta catch the likes of Inter and AC Milan and fight for the title? It's left to be seen. I'm not going to change my mind on Atalanta, but I think with Papu Gomez gone, that could hamper their chances of actually even picking up a top 4 spot. But the top 4 spot over in Italy is very tight because you have Lazio, Atalanta, and Napoli all on 40 points right now. And the top 4 reads Juventus 42 points, and they're 4th. Roma a 3rd with 43, and AC Milan and Inter Milan has 49 and 50 points respectively. So it seems like we may have AC Milan in the Champions League again next season. So look here. Atalanta, in terms of form coming into that game, on the weekend they will play Napoli, and I think that's a good precursor to their match against Real Madrid, where they will have a few days to rest. But Napoli would be a tough opponent, so it's tricky. It is very, very tricky, them actually playing a tough team like Napoli. They would have to put out a good 11, but they would have to manage it properly before they play Real Madrid, and be careful that the key players like Duvan Zapata does not get an injury or something. Muriel, you know what I mean? A Pasalic. Let me see who's actually played the last game there. Yeah, Pasalic, Ilicic, Zapata, Gosens. All these guys are key men for Gasparini. So 1-0 win over Cagliari. They did beat Napoli 3-1, and in the Coppa Italia semi-final second leg to go on to the final of the Coppa Italia as well. So that's a good thing. Atalanta are in the Coppa Italia final. So congrats to them. They drew 3-3 against Torino, 0-0 against Napoli. They lost to Lazio 3-1 though, but did beat Lazio in the quarterfinal of the Coppa Italia. So you see, kind of all over the place. They beat AC Milan though, January 23rd. So that's a good thing. 1-1 against Udinese, 0-0 against Genoa, beat Cagliari in the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia, beat Benevento, beat Parma, and the last result there, the first result of the season, beat for this year, 2021. I don't know why I said season. Beat Sassuolo 5-1. So we have two informed teams facing each other here. It should make for a very, very, very good clash. What do you guys make of it? I'm going for Atalanta. And Bankrupt Loner is saying Ilicic was missing last season. Yeah, he had a little bit of, domestic problems with his woman and thing. And missing for the knockout stages of the Champions League there. Not the knockout stages, after the game that they beat up Valencia. The round of 16. In the last 8, he was missing there. Big up to Errol Brown in the house. Chris Up. Everybody who came out to the live stream today. 1 hour, 56 minutes. Not bad at all. Not bad. And I think I'm about to wind it down right about now. It has been fun. It has been fun coming back to do the live stream again. And actually calling out the people who come in here and dislike the videos. It doesn't really bother me as much as you guys may think. It doesn't really, I would actually come back. Even if I had all dislikes, I would come back and do the video, the live streams every single week. So thanks to everybody who came through. Thanks to everybody who engaged in the chat. And thanks to everybody who actually dropped some, good nuggets in the chat as well. Appreciate it. So is the first leg going to be played in Bergamo? Nippon, how you don't know that, bro? Why are you asking me that? Exactly why you came into the stream. So the first leg will be played in Italy. Yeah, in Bergamo. You know what I'm saying? So wind it down and wind slow like Egyptian. Definitely. Oh, wind slow for me. Wine slow for me. I want to do it like that. No, 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 no. But yeah, guys, it's been your boy Dominic Rich. Gonna just chill out a bit. Maybe I have to go outside and clean up a little snow. There's a lot of snow outside my window right about now. And I'm a bit kind of, to be honest, this YouTube thing, I don't know how some people do this. But I do it. But I also have work. But it's very exhausting, man. You see what I mean? It is very exhausting, I'm telling you. Like, I came home from work yesterday. I came home, pick up my wife, dropped her to work. And then while driving back, I'm there, with the Man City game playing. I'm not driving and watching the game or nothing. It's right there. But then I get home and then I have to watch that game, finish watching that game, then make a review. Then I'm constantly working on thumbnails and video ideas and, things on my other channels and all of that. By the way, guys, make sure you check out more Dominic Rich FC. New channel where I will share some interesting football articles on that I'm building something else. You have to build out, you have to branch out, it's a network, it's a TV network I'm building here. You know, I also have my gaming channel that I game on and have fun. And I'm doing the most, man. I'm doing the most. So if you guys think I'm not doing a lot, I'm doing a lot. You know, I'm doing a lot out here, man. And I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. You know, I was actually looking at some numbers today and I was like, that's pretty decent, man. What more do I want? You see what I'm saying? What more do I want? You see, you know, if guys actually, yeah, and I live streamed until 12:30. Yes, last night on the gaming channel, and I'm back here again. So I'm kind of tired. But if you really look at, for example, that's why I shouldn't be. You know, we as content creators shouldn't be as hard on ourselves, because if I was looking back at my last 90 days, like my analytics and, you know, like revenue and all of that, and I'm like, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. There's people here on YouTube, they don't get my, you know, I don't have like great numbers, but I think I'm very, very strategic in the way I do things. Hence the reason why on the low, I've been very, very successful. You see what I mean? It may not appear, and I say this, it may not appear that to be so, because of, you know, you look at the views and you say, oh, Dom getting 20,000 and 30,000 and 60,000 views per video, 100,000 like this guy or that guy. But you don't know what those guys have to go through to achieve these things. You see what I'm saying? You don't know their circumstances in life and then my circumstances in life. You see what I mean? I don't get up and just do YouTube every day. I have to do other things. You see what I mean? Like yesterday at work, I'm in the blistering cold. I'm underneath a big tanker truck. You see what I'm saying? Draining oil from a PTO. And I'm like, look at this. Like, this is nuts. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, do people even understand what I deal with on a daily basis? You know, so that's why I don't like when people come in here and be disliking the shit and they don't appreciate the shit. You see what I'm saying? When you put your effort into it and you come out here and try to put out the best product possible, and then people still don't appreciate it. But everybody won't understand, man. It is whatever. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Thanks for sticking around. For those of you guys who are still in here, make sure you smash the thumbs up button if you're yet to do so. Appreciate everybody who came in here. There's some weird people who come to watch the videos. I must say that. Shout outs to you too. But I do appreciate the loyal ones, though. So, from your boy Dominic Rich, until tomorrow, I will be dropping a live stream tomorrow, or you might see a football video in between here and there from me. Who knows, according to what develops in the world of football. But I will be back tomorrow for sure with a live stream. So, once again, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for coming through. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.